Hi there. I'm not just trying to make this video look like it was filmed on a different day than the previous one, which is related to it. It's because I was standing right over and right next to my bread machine and getting really warm from that. But anyways, this one is related in that if you thought you were growing apart and realized you were just very different, but you still have the inkling to want to change fundamental or not so fundamental things about your husband, here's some ideas of why you might not want to do that. First of all, if you try, you end up, in many cases, sounding like his mother used to when he was a kid. And that's not probably what you want to sound like. The other thing is men tend to be more stoic than we do. And now everything I'm saying here applies to me as well, because I can be naggy, I can be complaining, I can be, why don't you do it my way? So I'm speaking to myself as well. But men are stoic, and what could easily happen and what may often happen is the resentment builds up inside of them until they just don't want to be around you much, if at all. So here's some ideas of how we might stop trying to fix our husbands and instead be quiet role models, maybe, in some ways. The first point, I made 4 points. The first one is be happier to see him in the morning and in the evening, or whenever you see each other. And I talked in another video about tone, so the tone that we use when we speak or answer is really important. Number 2, save a ton of money for both of you. Maybe to be spent on bourbon or some other treat like that by brewing your own coffee at home instead of going out. 3, cut the crap out of your own diet. And if you're cooking a lot for him and for your family, cut the crap out of your family cooking. Lastly, stop complaining about the housework you have to do and quit driving to a gym to work out and maybe do more aerobic housework, and stop expecting him to do half of it, especially if you're not working outside the home and he is, or your job is much less physically demanding. So those are just some ideas to think about, and they're for me to think about too. So don't get the idea that I think I'm holier than thou, because I'm not. So take care and have a good one.